Hey everyone, Ipsy here. Today I am going to show you how to make a crochet heart. For this tutorial, if you'd like to follow along, you will need some yarn, which is just a weight for worsted weight yarn. You will need a crochet hook. If you are a beginner, I do suggest you start with an H or an I hook, just because they're a little bigger, especially with a worsted weight yarn. And you will need some scissors if you plan on keeping your project. And again, if you plan on keeping your project and not just practicing, you will also need a needle to tie in your ends, or you could use your hook. It really just depends on what you personally like to do. Okay, so to start, you're going to either start with a magic circle or a slip knot. I always start mine with a slip knot. I just find it a lot easier than figuring out a magic circle. And that's how I was taught many, many years ago. Okay, if you are doing my method, you are going to start with your your slip knot, I guess, and then chain 2. You do not need to chain 2 if you are doing a magic circle. Okay, then in that first stitch, or in your magic circle, you're going to do 2 double crochets. So there's 1 double crochet and 2 double crochets. Okay, and then next you're going to do 2 half double crochets. So there's 1 and there's 2. Okay. Then you're going to do 1 more half double crochet. Okay, and then you're going to do a double crochet. Okay, and that is half of your heart. You can kind of see how it's starting to take shape. Okay, so then if you're like me, I'm flipping to the other side of my knot now. It just spreads it out a little bit better. Okay, so then you're going to do 3 half double crochets. So there's 1, 2, 3. 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. Okay, and that's your whole heart. Then you're going to chain 2 and then slip stitch that right in that middle part right there. So kind of pull that down a little bit. Okay, you're going to pull that tight so that there's no hole in the middle. And if you were to cut this right now and then pull that middle part down a tiny bit better, you would have a very small heart. As you can see, that's a pretty nice and tiny one. You can stop there if that's how big you need your heart. I'm going to keep going and do 1 more round on this. Okay, so to add your second round, you're going to do 1, 2, 3 chains. And then in your first stitch, which is going to be right here, you are going to do 2 double crochets just together in that 1 stitch. Okay, so 1 and 2. Okay, in the next stitch, you are also going to do 2 double crochets. Okay, in the next one, you're going to do 2 half double crochets. In the next one, you're going to do 2 single crochets. And you're just going around in that heart-shaped circle, I guess it is. You're going to do a half double crochet in the next one, just 1. 1 double crochet in the next one. This is your middle stitch. So that'll be the bottom point of your heart. Okay. So there we've got half of our heart done. Okay. In the next stitch, you're going to do 1 half double crochet. So we're essentially repeating what we did. We just start flip-flopping it. The next one, you're going to do forget where I am. There we go. 2 single crochets. Next is 2 half double crochets. The next is 2 double crochets. And then in that last one, you're going to do 2 more double crochets. It will look like you have more. That's just your chain 2 or chain 3 from the first round. You're going to chain 3 on this round. And then I always put mine in the center. So you're going to jump down a little bit, and then you're going to make sure it's tight and then do a slip stitch after you make sure that that's tight. Okay. And then you're going to do 1 little chain and then cut it off and pull that out, and then you have a heart. You can mess with it a little bit, pull that middle part closed, make sure that it's all even and stuff, but there you are. That is your heart. These would make great appliques on a project or just whatever you can think of, honestly. There are so many ways to use little appliques like this. So if you guys liked today's video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and tell your friends. I hope to see you all soon. Bye.